I am way out of focus. I did not realize I was that out of focus. Whew, okay, that's better. There goes my whole intro, I guess, but. Well, welcome to Seasonal Stays and Campfire Days. It has been a while since we have done pretty much anything on here. Man, I'm still out of focus. See, look, I usually take care of all this stuff, but it's okay. Let's see. It also doesn't really help either that I have nothing to focus on. Fire. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's try this again. Okay, welcome to Seasonal Stays and Campfire Days. I'm Josh, and if you haven't noticed, I have this contraption here. We have nicknamed it the Hog. At the campground, we nicknamed it the Hog. This right here is Jen's scooter that I got her instead of buying a golf cart, because you know, with us seasonal people, we tend to buy golf carts and different ways to get around the campground without walking. And I really don't care for walking that much anyways. So, with this scooter, it had lights on it. And I had gone and I bought Jen some of these pod lights. And I'm planning on putting them like here-ish to face forward, and these things are extremely bright. So for the past like 3 months or so, I've had this thing taken apart here sitting down in the basement, and been meaning to get to it. So I figured I'd go ahead and I just, live stream it. I'm not going to finish this today, but well, definitely, I need to reconnect the battery because I broke that a while ago. So I got some new connectors for it, and we are going to try and get some of this stuff done. So I have, what's cool, I have that camera, and it will kind of do what needs to happen so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to get this out of the way now. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Behind the camera here, that's why I keep looking that way. I have the chat up and everything, so if you want to chat about something, it doesn't have to be about the Hog, but it can be about pretty much anything with the campers and any of that kind of stuff. Make sure to comment, say hi, that'd be great. So there's also a little disclaimer here. If you don't know what you're doing with electrical, don't attempt it. And I'm not showing how it's done. This is how I did it. I have a pretty extensive background in electrical, so I'm pretty confident in what I am doing here. Alrighty, so what I've done so far to this thing is I've broken the cables going off the battery, which you really don't want to short circuit them. So like if I went like that or something with the cables, these batteries can explode. Like this battery here, there's the camper battery behind the wheel here. that thing definitely, like, that will just short out. This will literally explode. So you got to be very careful when you're working around these batteries. Even putting water on it makes them explode. It's these things are really fragile. So what I'm going to work on now, because I have all the parts, and I want to at least be able to put the cover back on here, is I'm going to put the new connector onto here, and then I grabbed I have some new cable that I'm going to run out of the case here and basically make it so that way then I can close this up and then put everything else together, run all the other wires, and then put the lights on at another time, because I'm procrastinating. As like basically my winter project. Now it's funny though, because Jen made sure to remind me to tell you guys that to drop a comment. There's another project that she wants me to work on, and that would be a cooler cart, where we take one of our coolers and basically build a go-kart out of it. So if you're interested in a video kind of like that, I'll go ahead and weld it up and everything. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed to it. That really helps us out. It also helps motivate me to go and do these live streams and the videos too. But yeah, make sure to comment on here to, you know, let me know to go and do this. She's been wanting to do this for years at this point. So, but at least I got her the scooter, so that kind of works. But just I'll give a quick little thing of what's the plan here. Let me switch over. I did not realize that there was no audio with this camera. So yeah, though that's not good. Either way, you know what? I'll just keep it just like this. I'll be able to show you just like this. I did not realize that there was no audio for that. I'm also Whew. And we're out of focus again. We are out of focus again. What is going on with everything? Hey guys, welcome to Seasonal Stays and Campfire Days. So, as you can see, I don't know why that's doing that. That's okay, whatever. Okay, well, okay. Hey guys. We were having, and yes, that we were. Definitely were. Hey. Welcome to Seasonal Stays and Campfire Days. I'm Josh, and we were supposed to go and start doing this at like 4 o'clock or so. That's when I kind of planned on doing it, but then my internet decided that it was going to shut off. And I had to go reset the router, and I didn't realize that until I was like 20 minutes into this whole thing. So now everything is kind of all over the place. So now that we're going and restarting this thing, I'm going to explain to you what is going on with this. So as seasonal campers, a lot of people like to get golf carts for their site to go to other people's sites or to the pools or wherever they are. And yeah, we don't have a golf cart. I bought Jen a scooter, an electric scooter, and she used it all last year. And the only complaint that she had about it was this right here, which is the light. It's not super powerful. So I told her that I was going to put some new lights on. So back in like October, I got 2 of these pod lights to put on, and I'm planning on putting them on like here or so. And trust me, these things are super bright. So I don't think that she's going to be complaining about it anymore. So before we get into this whole live stream, I'll say I'm gonna say this. Make sure that you go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure to comment if you see me looking up over here. I'm looking at the comment section, so it's live. So I'm watching it. Say hey. And a quick disclaimer. If you don't know what you're doing with electrical, don't mess around with electrical. This battery here is 48 volts and it's lithium ion. They're very powerful and you can get seriously hurt. So this video that I'm doing is kind of a how I did, not how to. So I have a really good background with electrical and I understand it very well, so I'm not afraid to do this. So, a little backstory here. When I got this, like I said, last year, I got it for her birthday last year, and she used it all through the campground through the whole season. During the season, she only had the one complaint, which was the headlight. It wasn't bright enough, so I bought her some outrageously bright pods that are supposed to go onto like trucks, off-road trucks. So they're gonna be super bright. And since like October or so, I have gone, oh, and like, I don't know how to get rid of this right now. Or that. I don't know how to get rid of it, so just ignore it for now. I know a lot of stuff just happened with all within like 5 minutes. It's nuts. So, okay, continuing on. So since like October, I took the cover off, which we're gonna get fancy. Ready? Boom. There we are. This is my GoPro. It's a knockoff GoPro. So the quality's not that good. You've seen it when we were moving the deck around. That's the camera that I used. I literally screwed it into the ceiling there. But you can see what I'm working on here now. So battery here, took the cover off and I looked at it and then I sat on it for a while. So I'm not gonna finish this project today. I'm just going to kind of work on it, and you can see what I'm doing here because I need to get this ready for the next season so she can see and I can see too, because I take it every once in a while. So this is also known as the hog at the campground. A couple of the ladies there all have these, and this one is the hog, or at least that's what I say. So now I gotta say everything that I did for the past 20 minutes. So I broke off the connector, which this is the battery, into the motherboard here. I broke that off with the connector, so I had to get some new ones. So now I'm going to be soldering everything together, getting some good connections. For this project, I want to go straight to the battery because those are pretty powerful. So what I am doing is I am taking the power straight from the battery here, just kind of going into the cables here, teeing off of them. That way then the battery is still giving full power to the motor, and then I can also get some good power to these two pods. So what I was working on before I got had to restart the whole thing was I was putting these cables back onto the connector. So let's go ahead. I'm going to switch over to that camera. How's it looking out there, guys? Make sure to put it in the chat that you can hear me, because I had to go and do some more other things too. Audio stuff, everything. So yeah, super unprofessional here, but that's okay, because we're all trying to learn this stuff, or at least I am. I can deal with the electrical and the audio stuff, but computer stuff, yeah, I'm still learning. Alrighty, let's see. I put this in here because I had to figure this out earlier. Oh yeah, that's right. It was too big, so I had to cut some of it off. Take some of this. Do that. And then shove that in there. Like that. I put the solder up here. So that way then I could do this like this. Which, if you guys didn't know, soldering is the best way to get a solid connection. And the connection that we need on this needs to be really solid, because this actually pulls quite a bit of power to run. And I got the solder. There we go. I'll just go and clean this up here just a little bit. So when you're soldering too, which I did not do, a lot of people put flux. Put flux on here, and I don't have any flux. So just trying to make sure that I got a really, really good connection here, which it looks like I do. So go ahead and solder that on, just like so. I'm gonna pull on here, and it actually feels like a better connection than the original. I'm gonna put the protective cover on here, so that way then there's no exposed wires. And snap that in. Come on now. I don't have pliers or nothing with me. Okay, I'm going to flip this around. I might have it backwards. Which, I don't know how that could be. I thought that they clip on the same. Let's go ahead and attempt to get this on. I'm going to switch back over to this camera here. It seems like the frame rate or something does better. Am I getting stuck on? Oh, I am. That's what's happening. It's getting stuck on things inside of here. Alrighty. Yeah. I need more like leverage on here. Don't worry. I'll just put that down anywhere. Come on. There we go. Alrighty. So that connector should be good to go. And now I'm going to go and solder these all up here by stripping these first. I'm going to strip. I want to wait on those for a minute because what I got some new electrical here. And what I want to do with it is I want to make them nice and long so that way then I can put the cover on and not have to, like, I don't have to mess under here again after this. That's the whole goal of this, of why I'm doing what I'm doing here. I have my, ooh, don't worry, again, I'll just throw that anywhere. All right. So if you guys like seeing kind of this kind of stuff, make sure to comment. I have this project that Jen wants me to do. And she also told me to tell you guys to comment if you want to see this project, happen. And that would be to build a cooler cart, which if you guys don't know what a cooler cart is, basically just taking a regular old cooler and building a go-kart out of it. Yeah. She's been wanting me to do that for the past couple of years. And instead of just going and buying the stuff to do that, I bought her a scooter because I thought it would be less work. But now I got to do electrical, which I don't mind. I don't mind doing electrical. Remember, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. I do stuff like this every once in a while. I know it's been a while since I've gone and uploaded any videos. We have been busy with the holidays. So, yeah, make sure to comment. Just say, hey, I want to make sure that my internet's still working. All right, so what I'm doing here is I got the two wires. This is the connector here for the actual connector, which that's going to go in just like that. And then this, I'm going to run this over here because I have a power supply, which is this right here. This is a 48 volt. You can tell I was kind of messing around with this before. This is a 48 volt to 12 volt converter. So this battery is 48 volts. Those lights are 12 volt. I got to get them down from 48 to 12 volts. Otherwise, then they're not going to be really happy with me and not work at all. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I have some heat shrink here. Make sure that nothing is going to happen inside that case. And I will put this just like that. Then we're going to go and twist these wires together here, like so. And I am going to work on the positive side of the battery first. So I'm going to go and strip this positive side first. Come on, get on there. There we go. Now, make sure that you're not touching anything on the scooter when you're doing the positive side. Otherwise, then you're going to feel that pretty good. And it's not going to be fun. I can promise you that. Actually, to make this a little bit... No, I was correct. I was correct. Because I want to put these so that way then there's less stress on here. So now the fun part is trying to tie these together, which I'm just going to wrap this around a little bit here, just like that. And that should I'm hoping that could just support itself. Put that down there. Because if it does support itself, then it means that I can use both hands to go and solder. Good. Alrighty, here we go. We need to solder this together. Now this one I'm going to end up doing more of the correct way, which is you heat up the wires, and then you put the solder on. Oh man, I almost made a crucial mistake. See how I put this heat shrink on here. I needed to put the heat shrink on the battery one so that way I can slip it on over everything. Let's see, I might have some flux. I might, oh look, there's soldering paste. That's like basically the same thing. This came in this Amazon kit, and I'm going to try it on here and see how it works. Oh man, that's like some paste, I guess. It was barely a paste, more of a solid. Alrighty, let's go ahead. I'm going to twist these together again. And then we're going to twist these together. Create a nice bond just by themselves. Then we're going to solder it all together and make a really good connection here. Soldering is the best way to get a really good connection on things. You always want to solder something if you can help it. All right, so while I am waiting for this to all heat up, if my camera goes out, this one that the better one, not the GoPro looking one, if that goes out, it's because I have some settings that I have to change using a USB, and I don't have the USB connector for it. So I'm going to have to go and turn it on or turn it back on. But we can do that when we cross that bridge. So this, when you do the soldering iron, so this one's a soldering iron. You have like soldering guns. The soldering guns will heat up the wires a lot better. So that way then you can really pull everything through instead of just dripping it on, kind of like how I was doing. But we're going to try and see how this whole thing works. Oh, we're getting smoke. I don't know if that's the plastic that's burning from the wire or if that's the solder. Oh, we also need to be really careful not to drop any solder onto anything. Otherwise, then this will be all for nothing. All right. I think we're almost at that point. Well, it ain't pretty, but it will get the job done. I can tell you that much. Kind of like my welds. It ain't pretty, but it will get the job done. Oh yeah, yep. Alrighty. Well, that's one weld done. Or not weld. Now I'm in welding mode. I need to clean this up just a little bit, otherwise then I won't be able to put the sleeve over. And we want the sleeve. That helps out quite a bit. All right. Oh man. Let's see if we can slip this over. There we go. The first heat shrink is over. Now, some people will use a heat gun for this. I don't have a heat gun. Or, I mean, technically you could also use a hair dryer for this, but if you know me, I do like fire. And fire does work for this. You have to be real careful of the battery, how close it is. That looks fine. Yeah, let's go put the hot thing next to the next to the flame. Okay, so that's one lead that's done. So now we're gonna go and work on the negative. So that was the positive, now we're working on the negative. So we'll go and we'll try and use this paste, I guess. We'll see what happens. And it's not really a paste, it's like a solid. Okay, that's like that. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to strip this, the negative, like so. And everything is black like usual. There it is. We'll flip that on just like that. And now, because now I got the positive, like it's out of the way, I don't have to worry about it too much. And it becomes a lot less nerve-wracking when you're actually working with the wires. And just as an extra precaution, I have these wing nuts here. I'm just gonna put that on, even though it's not stripped or anything, I put that on the end of the cable here, so there's really no chance of it coming back and sparking at me or anything, so they would not want that. Not really on my agenda to do today. And I was also I'm hoping that the directions are correct on this connector. I purchased it on Amazon. I mean, I got both of these. I got the scooter and I got the scooter on Amazon. So, you know, all the connectors should be like the same anyways. All right. Let us continue. How are you guys liking the 2-camera setup? Does it seem like it's helpful at all? Make sure to comment. That way then I can see what you guys are thinking. I do like feedback. I try to like if you guys leave comments and stuff, I do try to reply back as much or as fast as I can. So I am doing this the lazy way. It's not lazy. It's just I'm impatient sometimes. And technically, I think I said this when I was working on the other one. You usually heat the wires up first, and then you put the solder on top of the wires, and that's how it draws it in, and with flux and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'm not that patient. And I don't think that this gun or this soldering iron is good enough to do that at how thick these wires are already. Guys, if you're new here and want to see more projects like this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. This is my winter project here while the camper is put away in storage. Well, it's not in storage, it's still at the campground, but the campground shut down. Okay. Now, some people too, they will kind of squirt down with water too. I've seen people do that before with these connections. I ain't doing that. The lithium batteries and water, they do not mix. And there's also a motherboard right here, so I'd rather not chance it. Put that right on there like that. Alrighty. So we should at this point have some power outside of here, and I got my connector fixed again. So before I go on and continue, I'm gonna kind of go and reset like the camera and all that stuff real quick. So I'll be right back. So hang tight for just a second. Okay, I'm back. And they're still there. I don't know why that. I don't understand this whole thing. It wasn't doing that until literally just now. Yeah, I don't. Something goofy. Card is full. That's why. Oh. And it's gonna make me go and do things. Okay, well, I'm gonna take care of that real quick. Go ahead and hang out again. Don't worry, it'll be real quick, I promise. Okay. Huh. Hold on a second. Sorry guys, I don't know what is going on with the camera. I do not know what is going on with this camera. I don't know. Oh man. Check 1 2. Okay. Well, if you can still hear me, make sure to put something in the chat. I don't know what I was messing around with all this stuff for quite some time today. And yeah. It seems like everything's like frozen. I don't know why it's all frozen. But maybe I can fix this real quick. I don't know why this is I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. But I'll just take that off for now. I gotta make sure that you know. Okay. So we should have power, which means I should be able to hook this up without it exploding. Fingers crossed. Well, there isn't smoke. Battery's not getting hot. Now what did I do with my cellular phone? It's over here. Okay. What I am going to attempt to do now. Oh, I heard something. Boom, just like that. Sounds like something scraping. But good thing is it's working. And there should be. Yes, and the light still works. Look at that. All right. All right, so we got that all hooked up. Oh, good. Okay, I can still hear. I can still hear audio. So that's great. don't know what is going on with the video though, with that other camera. I'm not sure at all. Okay, so now we have to go and I'm going to scrape some of this old gasket off here. And the plan is that this can go and fit in here somehow. We're going to put this under here and under this one. That way we can tuck it in. We'll go tuck this in over this way and out here. I'm planning on putting that converter here. I drilled out some holes already. And we'll get the cover back on and call it for tonight, or at least working on it tonight. Come on now. There we go. I want it to be just kind of like that. And this will go like this. Boom. All right. Go just like that. Okay. Who's ready to scrape a gasket? There we go. Now this is all siliconed in. And when you deal with silicone, majority of the time you want to go and take off the old silicone, or at least get it somewhat cleaned up. And I went before, I kind of cleaned up in here already, and then I got some new silicone, so we'll go and put the new silicone in, put the cover back on, and I should not have to open that back up. So I still got this, I do. Let's shut that off. We do not need that being on. Do not need it. Not trying to go anywhere with it. Here's a sneak peek of what's going on for next year. So we, meaning me, because I like to garbage pick things every once in a while, I was able, at work, they were getting rid of this bike. And actually it's a trike. And this trike, planning, all it needs, or at least what I'm hoping it needs, is just some new tires. Be real nice, got a basket on it and everything. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really, really cool to have something like that there at the, you know, can bring stuff around and do that kind of stuff with it. So, okay. Now I gotta make just a small incision here. So that way then I can go, and that's where I am going to be putting those cables through, right where the manufacturer went and put all their cables in. If you guys are still with me, thank you for watching. We don't really do this very often, but I kind of figured that this would be kind of an interesting thing to kind of see how I do this. If you guys were thinking about doing something like this, let me know. I can't be the only one. Okay, so this is the cover, and of course, because I don't prep for anything apparently, it's dirty. What I should have done was taken this this cloth off the table, but that's okay. It's washable. Just throw it in the washing machine. you guys cannot see what I am doing. All I'm doing, I'm still scraping some gasket off here, the old silicone. I want to make sure that I have a good seal. I got some fresh silicone. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this kind of type of video. I can see some of you guys coming and going. If you guys stay, please subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. You know, I should set a goal for the channel this year. A certain amount of subscribers or something at some point. Okay. So now I got my silicone. Boom. And I'm going to run a bead of silicone pretty much the entire length around here. All right. All right, all right. I have had this for a while. I really hope. I would assume that this is still good. Let me know if silicone goes bad. Because it kind of almost looks like it. Nope, it's just really thick in here. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Now we are starting to get somewhere. Yeah, I've had this silicone. Bought it because I was going to go and build a sump system for our fish tank, and never got around to doing that. Just like working on this thing. I'll tell you what, aquariums are a lot more expensive than people think most of the time. Hey, 3 viewers. How's it going, guys? I have no idea if you're the same ones or not, but I can tell you this much. I appreciate you coming and checking me out here. We are installing lights on Jen's scooter, or bigger lights. The lights that were on here were not very bright and powerful. But the new ones that I'm putting on are supposed to be like off-road pods. So they should be plenty bright for the campground. But I appreciate you guys checking the channel out. Make sure to like the video for me. And come and check out some more videos. This channel is all about tips for campers. We have a seasonal site that we keep our camper at, which is why we have a scooter. Although, you know, sometimes people that travel around would have stuff like this, like scooters. I would assume that it'd be a lot easier to deal with a scooter than like a golf cart. But eventually we would like to have a golf cart. That would be nice. If you guys have a camper or at a campground, do you guys have a golf cart or a scooter? What's the best way that you guys like to get around a campsite? Mine is not walking. Okay, let's see. I believe this went on. Was it this way? It looks like it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to make sure that all my wires are all out everywhere. So I put some silicone on. Just go and line this back up. This is like the worst part of doing anything, is lining cables up here. Okay. Lining cables up, lining all this stuff up is always kind of a pain in the butt. What am I getting? Oh, of course. And then that gets in the way, and these get in the way. Come on now. Please cooperate. Alrighty. Now, it's time to put this all back together. Let's see. Let's see. I need to go grab my my drill real quick, so I will be right back. Please hold on just a moment. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we're back. Apparently I had my drill down here the whole time. Right next to where I was, actually. But that's okay. It does not matter. Man, this is gonna be a pain, I can already tell. Not lined up. Oh. Oh, that one's like not. I tell you what, this is going to be a pain. But thanks for being there with me. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Lining all these up. Okay, there's that. I'm just going to go up here and see what I can do. Am I not in? Oh, that could also be why. Because some of these are not in how they're supposed to be. So that means that I'm messing up my silicone job. that one is broken. But there should be enough silicone on here where I'm not going to have to worry about won't have to worry about water getting in here, which is the whole reason for this cover. That and the amount of dust and everything else. Okay, I am going to need to grab some more things really quick. So I thought I was way more prepared than this, and I guess I'm not. So hold on one second. Be right back. Promise. I made it back, and with a different screwdriver this time. Ah, there it goes. Apparently I did not put the screws in all the way, and that's why I was having such a hard time with it. My drill was not allowing me to get all the way in there, so now we should be good putting these in. Should. No promises. So like I said earlier, if any of you guys have a camper, what is your favorite way of getting around the campground? Is that driving your car? Or could it be driving a bike or a scooter? Let me know in the comments. I do have comments pulled up so I can see you guys. Man, these are just not catching. I hope I don't have to pull this apart. That was the whole point of putting these wires out here, was to make sure that I wouldn't have to pull them out again. Okay. There's nothing on that one, so let's try this. Ah, yes, okay, I feel like that grabbed. Problem is that they used all these different screws putting this thing together. So now we're having fun. We're trying to put it back together. Come on now. And I tell you what. I was afraid of something like that happening, but we will make it work, I promise. Well, the joy of doing this whole thing is I get silicone all over my screwdriver. That's the best part. That one definitely took. Okay. That one doesn't want to. This one probably won't either. But what I do have is I have other screws, bigger ones that I can just go and kind of force them in here. Because now I know where the battery's at, so it makes it a lot easier to go and modify things. Okay, that one felt like that one took two. Who's having fun here? Now, like I said before, Jen made sure to remind me to ask you guys if you wanted to see a project that she's been wanting for quite some time. And it would be the cooler cart, the building of the cooler cart. If you don't know what a cooler cart is, it's this really, really cool thing that people build. It's basically a go-kart with a built-in cooler. You sit on the cooler, and yeah, it's supposed to be a lot of fun. But so that's on. I want to make sure. I'm going to make sure that this thing still runs. I heard it. I just didn't hold that down long enough. Boom. Okay. So at this point, I got the case shut, which that's a big thing. And I have 48 volts. Should be right here. So I should be able to hook up pretty much anything that I want. Hook up this power, not conditioner, it's a power converter, 48 volt DC to 12 volt DC. Hook that up to these leads. That's going to step down from 48 volts down to 12 volts. And then I should be able to plug in these pods, these lighting pods here onto the scooter. So it's been just about an hour of doing this stuff. If you guys had made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. Again, my name is Josh. This is Seasonal Stays and Campfire Days. We do pretty much anything to do with RVs, and I guess this would be considered part of an RV. But I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to comment and subscribe. We'll go ahead and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.